Hey everybody, we're here for a new episode of the show that has yet to be named. We're talking tier list edition, Quentin Tarantino edition, the QT because he's a cutie. I got my boy right here, Snoopy, uh, RLGG, and PUTTY,
Gang,
man,
gang.
gang gang.
G-Pot?
And my name is JohnnyDonuts777. You can check out my stuff in the link below. You can search for, well, you're down here for me. I don't know where you're going to be at the end, but you can find Putty on Google as Gamer Potheads, and you can find that guy at Walmart.
Yep. You can find me at Walmart. Epic
Johnny
Mealtime.
Donuts 777.
You can find me at Walmart. Epic
Walmart in
Mealtime
the shoe
pepperoni.
section. All right. So
Guys, we're here in tier list land, and it's not my video, so I don't know why I'm talking.
you go ahead. You just take it away. The people
All right,
like
guys.
you.
So as you guys can see here, this is the Quentin Tarantino video log of movies, where with all this is his collection here, guys, and it's a pretty good one. So let's go, guys. Let's take it away. The first one we're looking at is his most recent film, and it is called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now,
I love this movie.
It's basically a day in the life of Hollywood. I would say because we're dealing with like a list that we're gonna really probably pick at.
yeah,
We should start off by just putting this one in B and then seeing where it goes from there, and then moving them around.
okay.
Because it's just the first movie.
But I think it's okay to say where we would rank it. Putty, where would you put it?
But it's so hard because honestly, Quentin Tarantino, when it comes to his films altogether, I don't even see any of his films being C or D. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, but you have to remember, if it's a D, doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just means that compared to the other ones, where would it be?
Okay, so for me, shoot, I would put Once Upon a Time in Hollywood either B or C if I had to.
In my opinion, it's definitely a B for sure.
It's a B, so
Yeah,
I
I
would
could do
leave it
B
in
then.
B.
I'm down.
Because so out of the Quentin Tarantino movies, we're agreed to leave this at a B for now.
Yeah,
The next one is Reservoir Dogs.
love it.
That's
definitely
an A. Come on.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I would say it's better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? So it's got to be A. So there we go. We got it at A. Now,
I mean,
next, what?
No, we're good. We're good.
Are you really going to say that Reservoir Dogs is worse than it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
I don't know where I was making those.
Oh,
noises
okay.
from.
Oh, yeah, I was a little confused
right.
on that one too.
Now, when it comes to Pulp Fiction, honestly, Pulp Fiction is an S tier, right? But I think we need to understand that it should probably have a category of its own, shouldn't it?
No. So
You
Pulp
really think there's
Fiction-
other things on the same level as it?
There's
Yes.
only one movie I would feel in my heart.
Oh,
is
don't
in the
talk
same
Well, let's
about
get
it.
to that. Yeah,
Don't even get to it.
But
Um,
we know that there
so
is something else on this list that Putty would.
I'm gonna say that. I mean, this is an important movie in filmmaking in the '90s.
I agree.
It kind of changed the way that narratives would go from then on, and became a popular thing to do post this movie. It's one of the movies that I consider the 5 movies that made me get into movies, and I would say it's definitely an S tier without a doubt.
Okay, but I need you guys to answer that question, or at least you, because Putty kind of already did. Do you think there's anything
Yes.
that's on the same level? Okay,
Yes.
that's all I wanted to know. All right. So I mean, obviously,
I
this
don't
is
think
gonna
there's
be
anything
S.
better than it, but I think there's something that
No,
you
see,
can...
I'll even agree with that. Even though the movie I would say is S tier is not bad. I would love it. I love it better. It's.
I
it's
really
the
hope
original.
that we're talking about the same movie, and it's not the movie that I really hope that it's not, because I'm gonna put a movie really low that you guys are gonna be offended about.
Yeah, I know which one it is already because you're a loser.
So-
but okay.
JB is definitely a C.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like for
I'll
safety purposes, it's a C.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I would
I'm not a big J.
I would say the way that I enjoy it personally, I would put it on the same level as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I really like
I enjoy
it.
them equally.
I really like it.
I
and
feel like
I
Once
don't think
Upon a
it's
Time in
bad.
Hollywood is better, honestly.
I think
Okay.
that Jackie Brown is super underrated in like terms of how people respect it, but it's definitely a C in these rankings.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Now Kill Bill 1 and 2. This is where things are gonna get a little bit weird. I feel like
number 1, you know me. I want an S. I love Kill Bill.
Okay, good. So we're not. You're not the one that I thought it was going to be, but
that's Nikki.
Okay, but that's not
Kill
my
Bill Volume
choice.
1.
Kill Bill Volume 1 is ahead of Reservoir Dogs in A.
yeah, I agree. I would say it's not on. There's so many. I don't know. I would say it's definitely not on the same level as Pulp Fiction for sure.
I think
No.
so,
But I also
don't
remember
think
what
you
I
two
said. I
agree.
also don't think anything on this list is at that level. So, but anyway, okay. So, Putty, you say it's supposed to be S. John, you're saying A. I agree, it should be A. Now, Kill Bill Volume 2.
I think that's a B.
I think it's behind Hollywood.
I think it's.
I can deal with that.
I think it's arguably behind Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah,
But
I
can
guess
live
so.
with I can live with it behind Hollywood for now.
I mean, again, it's a good movie only because of the first movie, but the first movie is phenomenal. But again, you have to have the second one in order to have the first one. You have to, it goes together. It's just sad because I was expecting so much out of Kill Bill Volume 2 compared to 1.
What if we put it ahead of Jackie Brown?
Well, I don't mind if it even goes behind Jackie Brown.
I'm down. I'm honestly down to put it in even B if you want to put it there. So,
okay, well let's just put it ahead of Jackie Brown for now and see where we go from here.
Okay.
All right. So this is Inglourious Bastards, and this is the only movie on the same level as Pulp Fiction.
I agree. I actually do.
It's
agree.
definitely the best acting and like some of the best writing he's ever done.
I love Inglourious Bastards, but I would put it at a B. Like I honestly think Reservoir Dogs is better.
A B.
Wait, you're saying? Wait,
because I think Reservoir Dogs is better in my eyes.
I really need to ask you this question. You think Kill Bill 1 and Reservoir Dogs are better than Inglourious Bastards?
In my eyes, yeah.
Okay, so the only way to get it where we want it is we both have to agree that it's in S.
Yeah, it is.
Or else it's going in A.
Yeah. That's why I said I do think Pulp Fiction should be a tier of its own because I don't think it's even close to as good as Pulp Fiction.
Okay, but if you really feel that way and Putty did rate it lower, you can put it ahead of Kill Bill in A, and I can live with that.
No, we'll leave it there. It deserves
because Putty did give it a low enough vote.
Wait,
that
my
we
point
could
is,
move
this
it
is
down.
what I'm trying to explain to you: is it's not on the same level as Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill. It's way better. What? It's just not on the same level. There's no way. So, but anyway, I'm fine with this. I'll watch either.
These next three are gonna be the hardest ones of all.
Yeah,
of them.
because I know for a fact. I know for a fact that one of them that you guys don't agree with me at all.
Yeah, okay, Death Proof is an easy D.
I hope it's Death Proof because that's an easy D.
Yeah, see, I like Death Proof.
Death Proof is not even close to any of his other movies.
Well, you would have to give it like literally ahead of Kill Bill for us to move it up from a D. At this
point. No, it would never go in front of Kill Bill.
Okay,
it would be right behind Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or right behind Kill Bill.
Because of us both giving it a D and you giving it a B, I think it has to stay in D.
Yeah.
I think. Okay,
but let's break it down. John, do you think it's better than anything else on this list?
Yeah, no, I don't. And I think in terms, even in that double pack movie, when we went to watch it, we all watched Planet Terror and we all loved it. And then this movie started, and Richard, our buddy, literally left the theater because he's like, "This movie sucks," and he just left.
I loved it, but I'm not saying it's better than Planet Terror. Planet Terror, without a doubt, is definitely better than Death Proof, though.
And Planet Terror, I wouldn't say is better than Jackie Brown, so I think that weighs it out into a D.
All right, next is this is the most controversial one because in John's eyes, he thinks this movie sucks.
For me, I'll tell you right now, this movie is ahead of Kill Bill Volume 2 and C.
I honestly think this is an A tier movie, 100%.
Well, then I would actually say it's B. It's actually tied for me for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, maybe a little worse.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you my reasoning for this. This movie,
I like to expand it. I'm not thinking this. I'm thinking Hateful Eight. No,
you don't even get a full quality performance out of Jamie Foxx. I mean, you get a great one out of Waltz and all the secondary characters, but Jamie Foxx barely does anything, even though he's the main character of the movie.
Yeah,
I know people are gonna hate me for that, but it's like it's literally. People love it because it's like a revenge story and it's gory and it's just shoot 'em up, bang bang. But if you if you break it down, it's not a very well thought out movie. It's kind of like doofy.
Okay. I would say if we're gonna break down the payout of the end of the movie, all of his movies, what is the best payout in the end of his movies? In your opinion,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, you're saying is the best payout in all of his movies.
When you get to the end and all of that crosses over and you figure out everything, it's kind of like a huge payout.
I think it's just done in a wild way, but I don't think it's the biggest payout. I would say the biggest payout's probably
Kill Bill Volume 1 has a pretty big payout at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it does, but I don't think it's bigger than him killing every single person that slaved his wife and him.
But I don't give a shit about his wife. That was the problem of the movie.
Can we at least give Leonardo DiCaprio that one scene alone gives it legendary status?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously,
I can live with it where it is. I can live with it where it is, but it's not getting more than that.
Okay. I would say it's definitely on.
Me and Putty both kind of agreed to put it down into C.
It has to go B. Putty said I said A. You said C. Putty said B.
Okay, so that's fair. I'll leave it there.
All right, and Hateful Eight.
Okay, I got a question. Are we talking theatrical or are we talking the extended version that was on Netflix?
We never got the extended version.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it's so much better than the theatrical version. I'm so mad.
Okay, well, great.
I watched the extended version, so I don't know what John's talking about.
I'm gonna put this high enough. I know. I just wanted to say that to make him shut up, but I'm just gonna put this high enough that it's not gonna matter anyways. To me, this is the 100% the best dialogue he ever has written for a movie, and that's all this movie is talking.
Yeah.
So to me, this is better than Hollywood.
I agree.
It's not better than Dogs.
I guess. Okay, I can put it on A. I don't.
No, it's not on A. It's not on A.
Oh, you're saying
ahead of Hollywood in B.
Okay. Well, now we need to have a little discussion here because in my eyes, I think you guys are saying that Hollywood's better than Django, both of you guys.
I think in terms of him writing a movie and having to put the dialogue, the story to change all these real events, there's so much actual like writing at play where Django was just such a straightforward A to B movie where a guy's just killing people along his journey to get where he's going.
As far as the acting with Django Unchained, there's phenomenal acting in my eyes in that movie.
But Hollywood has amazing acting too, man.
No, let me say what I'm saying. But the thing is just like you said, when it comes to Pulp Fiction and all the twists to the movies, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood actually has those twists. You know what I mean? How everything comes together and so on and so forth. Django Unchained, you kind of already knew what was happening once you found out what his situation was. You already knew what his plan was, and it felt like, okay, I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I
so
get
it
all
didn't
that.
have that. Yeah, it's got good acting, but it's just I feel like
Putty just like unlocked in my head what I don't really like about Django. And
you just said that though, John, right before you said it, you literally said it. You said it gets from point 8
when I thought about it and he said it, it just fully clicked because I've never really said that before, but now that makes sense. There, compared to other Tarantino movies where you unpack this whole like thing and it's like there's so much to it. There's nothing to this movie.
Well, I think that the one thing that people are going to disagree with is that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a B. I think it should be there, but I think that's going to be the biggest upset because everyone that everybody that you hear talk about this movie acts like it's like his greatest piece of work.
No, see, I love it. See,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It's not.
It's not even close.
But see, like, are you saying that it's not? Because I'm not saying that as far as where it's on the list, it's perfect. But
I think we all agree with that. I'm saying that people that's going to be the biggest disagreement. Everyone thinks that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's like a masterpiece.
I will allow this because as long as you keep Hateful Eight where it is, I will allow you to figure out what to do with Django in that position.
No, we're gonna leave Django there because both of you guys have the same opinions that you don't like it as much as.
And like I know this is the thing I want to point out too. I don't think it's a bad movie. Like people are gonna be like, "Oh, I think it." No, I don't either. Yeah. It's not a bad movie. It's just like now that I really know why I what I dislike about it, I get it.
But I think you need to have a disclosure that you did say it was a bad movie. For so long, you said it was a bad movie.
Yeah, but I just say that because it's the only way to get my point across. People don't listen unless you have like shock factor words.
It's an amazing movie.
No, he doesn't have a bad movie except Death Proof.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In my personal opinion, I very much hate Death Proof.
I would love to know what he tings about Death Proof, honestly.
He probably loves it. It has a lot of feet. He
still stands by it.
There's a lot of feet in it, and that's just what he likes.
Quentin Tarantino, he's allowed to have a foot fetish. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he is, but that's probably like that was like his movie that he goofed around and just did whatever he wanted.
Yeah, but it is a weird meme. The whole foot fetish thing. It's like, okay, and there's people out there that like a lot worse things. Who cares? If
I know, but it's just funny because he puts it so front and center and everything, right?
Yeah.
Wiggle your big toe.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I think I'm okay with this list.
I am for sure. I'm happy with the first two, and that's really all that matters to me. As long as I do, like I said, I think that Pulp Fiction deserves its own slot. And I think that Inglourious Basterds is the only one I pretty much agree.
Yeah.
The fact that Putty didn't want to put Inglourious Basterds there is really what scares me.
I think he needs to go back and rewatch it.
No, I do love the movie. It's just the thing is I think maybe it's based on a type of movies you also like as well. You know what I mean? Like
me.
No, I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean?
I thought you were saying that's why I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that and I don't feel like it has the twist as much as like some of the other ones that are on the top 4 list. You know what I mean? Doesn't have that that pow factor when it came to the movie.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
saying
the
that-
dialogue. Like
No, it's got good dialogue, but so it is again. It's the same thing like with Hateful Eight. It's got good dialogue, but that's the reason why I would put it there. Again, he's got movies that have great dialogue, but there's also good scripting.
Okay, but I'm not gonna say this to argue it down because I'm happy with Kill Bill there. But like for example, the points you're making, Kill Bill 1 doesn't have any twists, and it doesn't have good dialogue.
It does with part 2. It does kind of with part 2. That's the thing. That's the problem.
But I'm
with
saying,
Kill Bill
but
1
part
2.
2
That's
and the better dialogue is in part 2 as well. But part 1 is just so full of like action, and it's so well filmed. Like everything looks so good about it.
No, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. Even with the action with Inglourious Basterds, I mean, my favorite scene in Inglourious Basterds would definitely be the baseball bat. You know what I mean? When he comes in, when the Jewish person takes down what's his name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the bear Jew. That was like your favorite part.
My favorite part is definitely the part where he's in the house and the people are underneath the floor.
Well, true. Well, I also like when Brad Pitt's dialogue.
Yeah,
Brad Pitt's dialogue.
The best part is when they're inside the German bar and
the three.
That's
the best part of the movie, and that's the best part about this. That's the reason why this movie's so good is because if you break it down to 3 chapters, every single chapter has like. It would have been perfect to be a 3-part Netflix series, to be honest, and like it would have been if you stretched it out to be 3-hour long, like it would have been so good because the German part, the ending part with the movie theater, it's
well, like I said, I guess the reason is because
movie.
For me, Inglourious Basterds is one of those movies that I don't really get excited to go rewatch it. Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, of course, Pulp Fiction, and even Hateful Eight. Like when I saw the extended version, I was like, oh god, I want to watch it again. So I guess in that way, that's the reason why I feel that way.
It makes sense. It makes sense because he knows the third most Italian of all of us. So
that's true.
It makes sense that he wouldn't like it as much.
And I do think you need to go back and rewatch it. If your favorite part's the bear Jew part, I think you got to go give her another watch, man.
That's literally like a 1-second scene where a guy walks out of a cave and hits a guy.
Well,
with a bat.
but I was so happy for him. You know what I mean? It was one of those moments like
I would have accepted your favorite part is when Christopher Waltz gets sculpted at the end or whatever.
I thought you were gonna say Christopher Walken for some reason. And I was like,
remember at the end
when
when he cuts his head open.
But like I said, it was just again, I was just that was the first thing that popped in my head is what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
But yeah, like I said, but that's the whole point right there. You know what I mean? Like there's so many memorable moments with like Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, and Pulp Fiction that for me, and again, this is just speaking for me, Inglourious Basterds just didn't do that as much as those movies did.
I get it.
You know what? This might actually be exactly what my list is when I made my own list, but. Putty, if you were forced for the rest of your life to have this as your ranking of Quentin Tarantino, would you be upset?
No, but again, you know me. I had to move Inglourious Basterds behind.
That's
where would you put it? Where would you put it?
Behind Reservoir Dogs.
You said it already.
I didn't hear him. So what would you change? It would be
Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, and then Inglourious Basterds. Hateful, and then actually the rest of us would be good. It literally would just.
I think Hateful Eight, like Jackie Brown.
But Hateful Eight has to be extended version. The extended version was way better.
Okay, but either way, I think they both sit in the same spot for me.
As someone who's probably watched these movies more than all of you guys, I've watched Jackie Brown 17 times.
Yeah,
I think
Jackie Brown gets too much
hate.
Jackie Brown gets way too much hate. It's a perfect like crime caper.
Yeah, I'm not saying
I think Hateful Eight doesn't get respect that it deserves. Like people see it and it's just talking, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch this."
No, I love that movie, but I don't think in my opinion, I think that those should both be at B 100%. I think that Django should be moved up to an A because it's an enjoyable movie. It's probably one of his most enjoyable.
What's your move? Your big move?
Django up to A and Jackie Brown to B.
So move it on the screen so I could see how you would do it.
Django would be right here.
Like right there?
Would be there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not allowing.
I would see if I were to do that way. I would actually put Hateful Eight right before Django Unchained, and I'd be okay with that. So it would be like it would be Hateful Eight, Reservoir, Django.
So everything would be an A for you.
No. Let me rephrase that. Basically, if I was to do it myself, and again, this is just going on the way you switched it for yours. I would put Hateful Eight behind Reservoir Dogs, then put Django, then Hollywood. No, not all on A. I'm saying like that. Like right there, but that's what I'm saying. If I were to shift it, just like I mean, we should put it back to make sure we don't, lose track of where we actually put it. But, yeah, that would be the way I would shift it if I was,
I kind of agree that Hateful Eight is probably at the same level. It's so hard. This is a hard list.
I think that the only one we only truly agree on two things like perfectly where they are, like in general, where we had no argument at all was Pulp Fiction, and Kill Bill 2.
But again,
Kill Bill, I put on S though. That's the problem. I actually went Kill Bill.
But Kill Bill 2, no one had any argument putting it in C.
Oh no. I thought you were talking about Kill Bill.
That's
1.
what I mean. Like the two picks we had that nobody had any argument at all was Kill Bill to C and Pulp Fiction in S.
Yeah, I do think Jackie Brown gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand it. Like, I recommend anybody who hasn't seen it to go watch Jackie Brown.
I would even still give Death Proof like a 6 out of 10, so it's not like it's getting a bad score. But I just personally don't like it. Like, I really don't like it.
Death Proof is a movie that I want to go watch again because after hearing Putty talk about how he enjoyed it, I'm like, wait, did I miss something?
If you really like Mary Elizabeth Winstead, it's worth watching. No, if you don't, then don't watch it.
That's a weird.
What made me enjoy it? It's just
why she's good in it. What the hell do you think I'm talking about?
Honestly, the reason I actually like it is because of Kurt Russell. Like Kurt Russell, the way he acted in that, like the way he was, where you kind of like. You don't know where he's going, because when I first saw it, I saw it in theaters and I didn't know the whole story behind it. So when I saw it, I didn't know like what his intentions were. And when he first got what's her name in that car and then like went sadistic talking about the chair, I was like, this is crazy. This is awesome. And then of course I was kind of like, oh, girl power kind of thing. Like I'll admit I was rooting for those girls to, to kick his ass. So it was one of those things that I'm not saying it's like the best Quentin Tarantino movie, but so many people hate it so much.
Wait, I don't think we asked you that. Where would you put it on this list? Above what?
I think I said I put it like a B. I think it was B.
You said you'd put it better than Kill Bill 2?
Yeah.
Wait, actually, you said B? You'd put it all the way up at B? Like better than Django?
Oh, thank God we didn't let you make that decision.
Oh, I would love to see Putty make this video solo. That'd be a freaking weird list.
And this is me who just made all those things. It's not even remotely in a class with Django.
Yeah, not even. And Hateful Eight. And okay, anyway, I'm gonna end it. John, you want to end it? Let's go.
You end it. You end it.
No, you got this.
You end it. You got it.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys do us a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, you guys can check out my YouTube channel in the description. That's JohnnyDonuts777. You can also check out my friend here, Puttyman's channel in the description. And
JohnnyDonuts777.
And that's pretty much it, guys. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.